Babak, you know, LA Tenorio put on a masterpiece kahapon. Parang batang-bata muli si LA Tenorio. 30 points in a Game 6 closeout. I mean, ano ba sikreto ni LA? Alam ko, you're very close to a lot of the players ng PBA. Ano ba talaga sikreto ni LA? At tila walang makakapigil at hindi nagsuslow down eh.
I really can't tell, ano? Parang hindi nauubos, hindi natatapos ang hunger nitong si LA Tenorio to win. Parang ginagawang ang finals. And what's exciting about LA is when the game is truly on the line and when he's needed most, it's when he performs to the best of his abilities. Parang kagabi, I'm not sure why Meralco was not prepared to put the cuffs on LA Tenorio.
Correct.
Be the main man, masasabi mo, kumana ng 30 points in a Game 6 and a title clinching.
But to answer your question kay sino yung pinakaano sa Ginebra, excluding superstar, I think it was Stan Hardinger. I don't consider him star in the same breath as Brownlee, Tenorio, and Japet Aguilar. But every time they mention na wala si Aguilar, people seem to forget na Stan is still there.
Yeah.
And he had been a glue for Ginebra. He could guard multiple positions. He could score in and out, not necessarily reliably outside, but he can score. And then, he averaged a double-double in the finals. So for me, the unsung hero of Ginebra was Stan. But it's amazing how a 6'9", 6'8" player can disappear when you are playing alongside bigger stars like Brownlee and company.
And then, tsaka when you look at the stats, hindi na iniisip ni Coach Tim yung Game 7. Kasi, bro, 40 seconds lang nagpahinga si Justin Brownlee today. Si LA Tenorio, 7 minutes lang nagpahinga.
Sheesh.
Si Scotty, 5 minutes lang nagpahinga. So
talagang
wala na sa
all gas, no breaks.
Oh, wala na bro. Si Stan Hardinger din. Ito, LA 41 minutes. Scotty 42 minutes. Justin 47 minutes 21 seconds. Stan Hardinger 42 minutes. Wala na yung utak ni Coach Tim. Laban ko na to. Kasi honestly, bro, laruin mo ng ganito yung mga to, tapos lalaro sila sa Sunday, kunyari. Medyo yun, bro. Patayan yun. Patayan yun, pare. So, I feel like, hindi na nila talaga plano mag-Game 7, and the way they played in that second half was just...
Said niya, di ba, that, yun nga, okay, tama tayo that if Justin Brownlee scores in the upper 40s, big chance for Ginebra to win, or Ginebra will win. But we also said that another reason is if Justin Brownlee goes like supernova again, like a 41, 31 point game. But the locals really stepped up, and LA Tenorio, big part of that local crew that helped Justin Brownlee.
Bro, but then again, bro, like what we said, given naman na yung import mismatch or if you wanna call it a mismatch, pero like yung iba yung Brownlee, alam naman natin. So, ano na yan, tanggalin na natin yan. It was the locals talaga na
that's all it boiled down to, no, Mike?
Oh, I mean, nag-wild si Brownlee nung third. Pero the way LA played the whole game and Scotty and Christian, wala talaga. Kumbaga, ganun na nga yung import mo, ganyan palalaruin ng locals mo. In the fourth though, bro, grabe yung LA Tenorio, pare. Like, bro, 30,
I mean,
bro.
15 points in the first half and then 15 again in the second half.
Bro, kailan huling nag-30? Like, LA is one of the best ever point guards ever in the history of the Philippines. Pero, kailan naman siya huling nag-30, bro?
I can't even remember. I don't think he...
Lagi siyang lagi siyang...
May solid number siya naman parati. Pero 30 points?
Kanina siya. Nag-points guard siya kanina. Kumbaga, bala na. As in, drive, floater, 3 points. So, sobrang wala, outmatched talaga. Especially in the fourth, bro, nagwala na, naghinebra. Nung nagagano na, wala na.
So we got just because of how LA Tenorio took over in this game. It was an incredible performance and worthy of a game-winning, title-clinching performance here.
Well, yeah, Coach Ryan called it, in the pregame. Whenever LA Tenorio comes to play and whenever he has a great scoring output, more oftentimes than not, it goes in Ginebras' favor. This time around, though, he had 30 big points. Unbelievable.
Well, Coach Rive, you were also talking about Justin Brownlee and how he wasn't really effective in the first half, but then he dropped 17 in the third.
It was just a totally different mindset for JB. He was a willing passer in the first 2 quarters, only took 1 attempt, total of only 2 points. But in the second half, he was doing JB things again. 17 points is what you've mentioned. And it was just simply incredible because he can just switch it on. If he wants to be a passer facilitator, he can do it. And if he wants to be an attacker scorer, obviously he was able to do so. And that, I thought, was the critical time in the game, that third quarter, because after that, it was all downhill for Meralco Balls.
For the time, we're gonna go and now talk about something, Ali, that's actually your area of expertise, big men. Christian Hardinger did quite the job today. 19 and 13, a double-double that was really important for them in clinching this title.
Well, I think he had a huge second quarter. I think he owned the second quarter, especially when Ginebra was struggling. You saw Ginebra kind of getting emotional. You know, that usually comes when you know that you're on the verge of completing the series. But he really stabilized the inside, and he put himself in position to where he was available, especially when the shot clock was running down or when the offense was struggling for Ginebra. He got a lot of those pick and rolls, dives to the basket, offensive rebounds, putbacks, and we saw him take his man off the dribble a couple of times.
Coach Ryan, he had to step up because Japet Aguilar was not healthy for most, if not the entire series, and I think it's safe to say that he did for Barangay Ginebra.
And what was most amazing in this conference for Christian Hardinger is the fact that he was able to change his game. As a primary scorer before in his previous team, all of a sudden now he's probably like the third option on offense. He was no longer clogging the paint. He was no longer sealing, and it was really a situation in the first few games of Barangay Ginebra wherein the penetrators did not have enough space. Scottie Thompson did not have enough real estate on his penetrations. L.A. Tenorio also felt like it was so clogged, and even JB. What he did in this series is he was just screening. And if it's open for him to dive to the basket wide open, he will go for his shots. He was not really looking for his shots early in the ballgame. He was complimenting his teammates too. But what is most amazing, as you've mentioned, Japet Aguilar was never healthy in this series. And it was really Stan Hardinger who was lifting and would not sink for Barangay Ginebra. He was just so consistent, just like Scottie Thompson in this particular series.